Jamaicans, where are you? My lovely people, I want you to sit down and listen. Nigerians, where are you, my lovely African brothers? I want you to sit down and listen. I've always sat down for a very long time. Guys, I don't know if it's only me that sometimes wonder if Jamaicans and Nigerians are closely related. There's a lot of similarities between Nigerians and Jamaicans. If you're keen. You know, these two countries, I've always fallen in love with them, man. If you're an African, let's agree, Nigeria is the most famous African country, man. Yeah, just like in the Caribbean, Jamaica is the most famous country in that area. Now, I sat down and I started looking at these two countries, and I realized that these two countries shares a close similarity. They've got a lot of similarities. Now, before I start, you remember during the transatlantic trade, slave trade, when our black brothers were taken mostly from the West African region, Ghana, Nigeria, Central African Republic, that area, then they were taken to Jamaica. Most of them were also Nigerians. You look at the Igbo people and the Yoruba, very strong people. And when you look at the Jamaicans, you can see that will, the power of the Nigerians. And I sat down and I decided to look at some of the similarities that people can see or that I see when I look at my Nigerian brothers and I look at my Jamaican brothers. Number one, fear. Fear. Have you realized that Nigerians and Jamaicans, these people, like, they don't fear? Guys, I've interacted with the Nigerians. Those people don't see any impossibility. Like, you can't put a Nigerian down. Trust me. Now look at the Jamaicans. They don't fear anything. I don't know if you've seen Jamaicans, guys. These guys are always like, you don't put them down, man. You don't put them down. You don't tell them something that is inhuman, No, they don't tolerate it. And the same with our Nigerian brothers. You can't put them down. Those guys trust themselves. And look at that similarity between the Nigerians and the Jamaicans. And you're going to realize that these two countries, these two people have got something in common. Nigerians and Jamaicans, they don't fear. Number two, pride. Pride. There is this pride of being a Jamaican. Man, have you realized? Let's be honest. There's this pride the Jamaicans have of being a Jamaican. Like, a Jamaican is happy to identify with Jamaica. Look at Nigerians. Nigerians are always happy to identify with their country. I know we are all happy to identify with our countries, but the pride that Nigerians and Jamaicans have to identify with their country, oh man, it's overwhelming. It's deep. It's deep. Nigerians love the identity of being a Nigerian. Jamaicans love the identity of being Jamaicans. Number three, culture. Nigerians and Jamaicans, those guys have got a deep culture. Like there's this Jamaican culture. You go to Jamaica and people are happy, and there is their food and all the things that comes with being a Jamaican. The Jamaican culture, the way of life, they love it. Go to Nigeria, the way they dress, their culture, their language, they will appreciate it. And those guys will never run away from their culture. In as much as they'll embrace the Western culture, but a Nigerian, you'll always identify this is a Nigerian. A Jamaican, you'll always identify this is a Jamaican. Number four, conquering the world. Have you realized that both these two countries have conquered the world in their capacity? If you go to this corner, if you don't find a Jamaican, you're likely to find a Nigerian who has also done something. Be it sports. You go to Liverpool and you are told that there's a Jamaican player, Barnes. He was there. You go to Manchester, you're told there was Idion Igalo. You find people like Sterling, the Jamaican guy, Wes Morgan. You go to England and you find people like Iheanacho. Kanu. You go to boxing, Babik, Jamaica, McCallum, You know, you go to the same boxing, Anthony Joshua, Israel Adesanya, the MMA fighter. So these two countries have always conquered the world. In Africa, Nigeria has always made us proud. In Caribbean, Jamaica has always made us proud. And that's why you go to Caribbean, like in Africa, when you say Caribbean, we always think of Jamaica. When you say Africa, the people will always relate with Nigeria. Conquering the world. Let's go to number 5, music. Oh, reggae music, dancehall music, you know, and like I told you, like even hip hop, it originated from Jamaica. Now come to Africa. There is this Afrobeat, and there is a close proximity between the Afrobeat and the dancehall. You can see a similarity between Jamaican music and Nigerian music, and the Afrobeat has conquered the world. Look at Burna Boy, look at Davido, look at Rema, look at Tiwa Savage. Now go back to Jamaica. Oh man, I can't mention Jamaican artists because these guys have got more than 100 people singing. Peter Tosh, Bob Marley the legend, you know, Morgan Heritage, Glenn Washington, Burning Spear, Sizzla Kalonji, you remember that guy, Egyptian, you know, Shaggy, Sean Paul, and we got Conscious, you know, and the list go on and on and on and on, man. There is even this guy that I really love this song. I don't know where he went to. I've been around the ones in a lot of pretty girls, somewhere in diamonds, somewhere in chains. Give me inspiration and motivation to rock a new world and to sing a new world. Produce a hit song, Sanchez. Yeah, he was called Sanchez, you know. And if you look at the music of both of these two countries, conquered the world. So Nigerians, they'll do the music that will be heard in the whole world. Same to Jamaica. And if you look at the music, there's a relationship, and they're using music to identify and to bring the identity of the country. Nigeria in Africa, Jamaican Caribbean. Food. Guys, Jamaicans love their food. And like in Jamaica, food is not just like, you know, you just eat and you cook and you eat. No. They take time. They talk about their food, ake, saltfish, you know, oxtail and all those. And like I told you last time, Jamaican food was ranked number 2 with World Geographic. Now go back to Nigeria. There is jollof rice, there is fufu, there is, these guys, they cook like, you know, the cultural way. And Nigerians are proud of their food. In fact, you meet a Nigerian abroad and he's asking you, where can he get his Nigerian food? So Nigerians are proud of their food, Jamaicans are proud of their food. And like I told you before, during the transatlantic slave trade, most of the Jamaicans also came from Nigeria and these Pajas brothers. So that's why you're going to see a close similarity. All right, let's go to Pidgin and Patois. Nigerians in Africa, if you listen to their English, they've always maintained the Pidgin. And they're not ashamed of it. They've made, in fact, the whole world to fall in love with it. In fact, we have got some Kenyan comedians who are using the Nigerian accent. Imagine. A Kenyan comedian using a Nigerian accent, and he has become famous. You know, in fact, he calls his name, he has a Nigerian name. And when a Nigerian speaks, you'll see, man, you listen. Let's go to Jamaica, Patois. Oh, man. When a Jamaican walks inside a room and he starts talking Patois, everybody falls in love with it. It's the best accent, man. You come to Africa, Pidgin, the Nigerian accent. You go to Caribbean, Jamaica, Patois. Oh, so I can tell you that there is always a close relationship between Jamaica and Nigeria. Language, they give you Pidgin. Jamaicans, they give you Patois. Another one, I think this is number 9. Being aggressive or aggression. Now, when I say being aggressive, I'm not saying being aggressive in a bad way. Bro, there is this will to make it in life that the Nigerians have and the Jamaicans have. Those guys are aggressive. I'll be giving you the story of the bobsleigh team. The Jamaican team that participated in the Winter Olympic. You know, a tropical country that has no snow. But, you know, you can see the aggression, the will to make it in life. You see it with the Jamaicans. And come back to Africa. Look at Nigerians. Those guys have always have the will to make it in life. The aggression. And so you'll find some people hating on these people. Why? Because they don't have the will. Nigerians have the will. Jamaicans have the will. These are brothers, guys. Nigerians and Jamaicans are brothers. I'm not saying I'm not a brother of Jamaicans, but there is a close relationship. Because remember when the slave trade was happening, most of them were taken from Nigeria. So there is that close proximity. You look at the will to make it in life. You see it in Jamaicans and Nigerians. Another one. This is the last one. People in diaspora. Look at Jamaicans in diaspora. They'll always make it. A Jamaican in diaspora will always raise the flag of Jamaica high. Look at Nigerians in diaspora. They will always make it. They will always make it. Somebody has made it and, oh, he's a Nigerian, but he's in this diaspora. Maybe he has got the British, passport. Look at the Jamaica. Look at the Jamaicans in diaspora, man. They have done America proud. They've done England proud. They've done all this country proud. You remember even Barnes, when he played for England. That was a Jamaican. We have countries that cannot produce their own. You're only waiting for Jamaicans and Nigerians to come and give you talent. So the Nigerians in diaspora and Jamaicans in diaspora have got something in common. They'll always go there and make it there and raise the flag of the country up. Ladies and gentlemen, we've always been talking about us being one. And when Jamaicans say that they love Africa, it's true because you can see the relationship, the similarity between Jamaicans and Nigerians. I'm not saying there is no similarity with other African countries, but today I was focused on the Nigerians, man, and the Jamaicans. And as Africans, we should sit down and learn from our Nigerian brothers. Right now we are also sitting down and learning from our Jamaican brothers. Let us learn from them. It is one love. Let us not hate on each other. It is one love. If a Nigerian has done something, ask him, guys, how are you doing it? When Jamaicans are winning, let us ask them how they're winning. Because these two countries have got the will, have got the power, the sheer determination. And so my Nigerian brothers and Jamaican brothers, I want to study you guys, man. If there is any Nigerian watching, man, you can write in the comments. What make you guys to be these, you're always willing to make it in life. The Jamaicans, oh man. My brothers Jamaicans, I will never stop talking about these guys because I want you Jamaicans to teach me that power, the determination. A 12-year-old small girl, Jamaican, went, you remember, and won the spelling competition. She was the first as far as non-American is concerned. She was the first one, a woman of color. And so Jamaicans have proved to us, they're always willing to do it. And so you look at that, you look at that characteristic, you'll find it in the Nigerians. So let us not hate, man. Let us sit down and be taught. As I've always said, one love. And our teachings mostly come from Bob Marley, the legend, and Marcus Garvey, who wanted Africans in the African continent and Africans in the diaspora to, be one thing. So for now, my people, I wish you well. One love.